The town of Rivertown had always been an ordinary place. With its picket fence-lined streets and friendly neighbors, it was the kind of place where nothing ever seemed out of the ordinary. That is until the carnival came to town. The arrival of the carnival was met with excitement and curiosity by the townsfolk. The brightly colored tints, the smell of popcorn and cotton candy, and the sounds of laughter and music filled the air, creating an atmosphere of joy and wonder. However, there was something strange about this carnival. The carnival games, in particular, seemed to hold a sinister air. The rusty Ferris wheel creaked ominously, and the carousel horses seemed to move on their own accord. But it was the games that were the most unsettling of all. There was a shooting gallery where the targets seemed to bleed when hit, a ring toss where the rings writhed and squirmed in the air, and a fortune teller who whispered of dark futures to those who dared to listen. Despite the eerie atmosphere, the townspeople flocked to the carnival, drawn by the promise of fun and prizes. Among them was Sarah, a young woman with a keen eye and a competitive spirit. She was determined to win at least one of the carnival games, no matter the cost. She started with the shooting gallery, aiming carefully and taking her shots with precision. The targets screamed in agony as they were hit, but she paid them no mind. All she cared about was winning one of the coveted prizes displayed behind the counter. After several rounds, Sarah emerged victorious, claiming a stuffed teddy bear as her prize. But as she walked away, she felt a chill run down her spine. The teddy bear's eyes seemed to follow her every move, its stitched smile twisted into a malevolent grin. Undeterred, Sarah moved on to the ring toss. She tossed the rings with all her might, feeling a sense of unease as they twisted and turned in the air. With each successful toss, the rings grew more animated, as if alive and hungry for victory. Finally, Sarah managed to land a ring on one of the bottles, winning a goldfish as her prize. She held the fishbowl in her hands, watching as the fish swam lazily in circles. But as she looked closer, she noticed something peculiar. The fish had eyes that glowed with an otherworldly light, and its scales seemed to shimmer with an unnatural sheen. As the evening wore on, Sarah couldn't shake the feeling that something was very wrong with the carnival games. The prizes she had won seemed to pulse with a dark energy, whispering to her in the dead of night. Determined to uncover the truth, Sarah sought out the fortune teller, hoping that she would have answers. The fortune teller's tent was shrouded in darkness, the only light coming from the glowing crystal ball on her table. "Ah, I've been expecting you, my dear," the fortune teller said in a voice that sent shivers down Sarah's spine. "You seek to know the truth, do you not? The carnival games are not what they seem. They hold a dark secret, a price that must be paid for winning." Sarah's heart raced as the fortune teller spoke. What price had she unknowingly paid by winning the games? And what dark secret lay hidden within the carnival's walls? The fortune teller reached out a hand, her fingers gnarled and twisted like the branches of a dead tree. "To uncover the truth, you must play one final game," she said, her eyes gleaming with a malevolent light. Without hesitation, Sarah agreed, knowing that she had to face whatever horrors awaited her in order to unravel the mystery of the haunted carnival games. The fortune teller led Sarah to a hidden corner of the carnival, where a carousel stood eerily silent in the moonlight. The fortune teller gestured towards the carousel, her smile filled with malice. "This is the final game," she whispered. "Ride the carousel and face your fears. Only then will the truth be revealed." Sarah hesitated for a moment, her heart pounding in her chest. But she steeled herself, knowing that she had come too far to turn back now. She climbed onto one of the carousel horses, gripping the reins tightly as the carousel creaked to life. As the carousel began to spin, Sarah felt a surge of dizziness wash over her. The world around her blurred and twisted, the carnival fading away to be replaced by a nightmarish landscape of darkness and shadows. She saw twisted figures lurking in the shadows, their eyes shining with a malevolent light. The air was thick with the scent of decay, and a chorus of anguished whispers filled her ears. Sarah closed her eyes, trying to block out the horrors that surrounded her. But when she opened them again, she found herself face to face with a figure cloaked in darkness. "You have won the games, but at what cost?" the figure whispered, its voice hollow and filled with sorrow. "The prizes you have claimed are not what they seem. They carry a curse, a burden that will haunt you until the end of days." Tears welled in Sarah's eyes as she realized the truth. The carnival games were not just a means of entertainment. They were a trap, designed to ensnare unsuspecting souls and bind them to a fate worse than death. With a heavy heart, Sarah made her decision. She would break the curse, no matter the cost. Closing her eyes, she whispered a prayer of defiance, willing herself to break free from the nightmare that had ensnared her. And as the first light of dawn broke over the horizon, the haunted carnival games vanished into thin air, leaving behind only a faint echo of laughter and the bitter taste of regret. From that day on, the townspeople of Rivertown spoke in hushed tones of the carnival that had come and gone, leaving behind only a trail of broken dreams and shattered hopes. And Sarah, haunted by the memory of the cursed prizes she had won, vowed never to set foot near a carnival again, lest she be drawn once more into the web of darkness that had nearly consumed her soul. The haunted carnival games had come to an end, but the spectral echoes of their malevolent presence lingered on, a warning to all who would dare to test their luck against the forces of the unknown.